Tomorrow there's a major challenge that the president's team, our team, has made in Pennsylvania on the constitutionality of the election. Harry, you've been looking at that. I know Andy's going to be available tomorrow to talk about it as well. This, of course, they filed a motion to dismiss normal. It's going to be a big day tomorrow.
We are talking about the disparate ability to cure defective ballots in the state of Pennsylvania. So what happened was that in Democrat-controlled counties, they allowed voters to cure mail-in and absentee ballots, but that is inconsistent with the statutory rules in the state of Pennsylvania. In Republican-controlled counties, they actually followed the law. So effectively, we have disenfranchised voters in Republican counties, and we have essentially, in some cases perhaps, doubled or at least increased by a factor of 20 or 30% the votes in Democrat-controlled counties. That's discrimination within the meaning of the Equal Protection Clause.
And that's the litigation aspect of this. There is, Jordan, as you talked about today on Newsmax, there is a non-litigation approach to this too.
In the federal law, there's provisions for a state legislature to declare the election in the state failed. And interestingly, the federal law doesn't define what failed means. So if you had, and by the way, Republicans control the state legislatures in these states at issue here that would put President Trump over the line electorally. If you thought that you had so much fraud, so much abuse, there were so many problems, there were so many issues with the mail-in ballot, you can't figure out if people voted twice or three times, or how many votes, legal votes, were canceled out, you as a legislature can vote and say this is a failed election, and because of a failed election, we are choosing the electors, and they could choose electors for Donald Trump. And that is a strategy that could be in place. It is completely legal to do. Now, the state legislatures, Republican-controlled, have to be willing to take those steps. And I think also, Dad, we're still waiting word from President Trump too, and that I think those are decisions that would have to be made as well at a very high level to start really pursuing those states to take that action, because it's got to be done before December 8th.
No, look,
or the electors are chosen.
You're in a between now and the end of the month, there are going to be a lot of legal issues addressed. This is, and by the way, people are saying, well, the president is being stubborn. No, the president is exercising his authority and rights under the Constitution. He's looking at what he wants to. He had 71 million people voted for Donald Trump for president of the United States. He has the obligation, in my view, to take this to its logical conclusion.